Well, hello everybody. It's Wednesday, July 29th. It is 18 after 10 London time. Made a post earlier to the blog and I just wanted to go over it. Nothing much exciting going on right now. I haven't been near the computer much through this session. Been busy with some other stuff. So I haven't been able to listen to Bloomberg. That's where I get all my market news, because as soon as things happen, they're really good about getting it out. And I just like they have a lot of analysts on there that give their opinion, especially what might be even happening through the day. And I've actually caught a few trades just listening to what their outlook for the day was. Anyway, but back to the post here. I had posted London, an update on the charts and just an update on what was going on and what I was looking at going into London. Euro, US dollar, pound yen, odd US dollar, euro yen, pound dollar or cable, and USD Japanese yen are all finding bottoms and or flirting with yesterday's lows. With the USD Swiss franc, it's the highs, and some are making breaks as I type. So they were starting to make the breaks as I was typing. So I had to redo the chart so you guys could see the breaks. Let me blow this up. Double click on the chart and it should expand. There we go. What I meant by finding bottoms was here, we'll go up here to the euro US dollar. Had this bottom forming right in this area. Is getting near this low from yesterday, but definitely finding a bottom here. Move it over here to the dollar yen. Hit these lows from yesterday at the 94.07, and this was coming down and flirting with it there. We'll go down here to the Swiss franc, and this was finding a top, finding resistance in this upper level here. This was a spike, the high for the day yesterday, but you can see it's clearly finding a top there, finding a serious resistance level here at this 107.71, which was an older trend line that I had left on there. Like I said, I leave my trend lines because they tend to hold up for a while, and then sometimes they'll need a little bit of adjusting, but not too often actually. Here we go over to the cable. It was finding a bottom in this area here, and it actually ended up passing yesterday's low as I was typing. Let me move this up now. Go up here to the pound yen. Same thing, finding a bottom. I told you, I had mentioned that it was finding a bottom at the 61.8. This was in the following post because I had to, for the newer people that aren't familiar with the terms I use, I figured I'd better go back and explain what I meant by that, but I'll go over that post afterwards. But just remember this pound yen was finding was finding a bottom at the 61.8. This was the low for yesterday, but today it was finding the bottom here, and it was sitting right there as I was typing, and then right when I was getting toward finishing up, it had broken through. The odd US dollar was finding a bottom here. Well, I'm not finding a bottom, but I just liked where I had that, and so I just left it there, the 82.21. And sure enough, this broke and broke down into this area down here. About 80, actually broke down 81.60. So that made a pretty decent move. I'll show you the updated chart, but this is the charts that I posted, so that's why I'm going over these. On here, I had these from earlier in the day. It was finding a top here. I was thinking maybe it was going to break. It poked through shortly, but it just did not make a clear break to the upside. This was about halfway through the Tokyo, and I usually like these breaks to happen right at the beginning of a major trading session. And these breaks happened an hour before London, but you know, the Swiss markets, the German markets, I believe French markets open. All those major markets are open. Moscow's, I think, had already been open for 2 hours or an hour. I don't know, I can't remember the exact time off my top of my head. I don't pay attention to the Moscow Open, but you've got to be aware that it's there, because Moscow can move a lot of money sometimes. But it's that hour going into London, or the time London opens, is when these breaks usually occur, and this was an hour before. So anyway, okay, that was the charts that I had posted on the blog. I'm going back now to, there we go. I don't know if you can hear that. It's Bloomberg. Let me turn the volume off just in case you can. Let's see. And then here was my follow-up post regarding the London update. I had mentioned that some pairs were finding bottoms. By this I meant that they were bottoming out along the support areas, i.e. the pound yen at the 61.8 fib, and has now broken for almost 50 pips. The odd broke for 60. The pound US dollar had broke for about 50. And if you have trouble seeing what I'm talking about, feel free to direct questions to the email address at the top of the page. Yeah, I just want you guys, feel free to email me, and I can answer questions. I'll answer it in a video or in writing. Videos probably are easier, but next week we'll have the trade worm open, and it'll be a little freer. You'll be getting the updates as they happen. So, and then I'm going to have to contemplate how I'm going to go between that and getting information printed out on the blog. But probably just end up doing a synopsis of what transpired during the live trade room sessions. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to go over that. Let's get this out of the way. We'll start look at some of the moves that have happened. This chart here is the 1 hour US dollar Japanese yen. You can see why the pound yen had retraced the way it did, because the dollar yen is always what's going to lead any of the yen pairs. And this broke back all the way up to the top. You can see it's in a range between this 94.07 and this 94.65. It's wanting to break up there. It's meeting this high. Well, that's not a yesterday's high, but the top of that there, it's breaking up some more. It's going to maybe find some resistance here. If it doesn't, it's going to continue up. Yeah, see, it's this kind of stuff that we'll be able to watch live. We'll be able to talk about price action. For those of you that aren't comfortable with price action, or you want to learn how to try and read the price action, well, it just cleared that. No problem. Didn't even stop. Let's see if it pushes up to 94.89. Anyway, while we're watching that, we'll go back over here to the pound yen. Here's where I mentioned the break of the 61.8. It broke down here for almost 50 pips. With spreads and whatnot, could have caught 35 to 40 on that one. And like I mentioned before, these breaks, don't get greedy. A lot of these breaks, you can easily grab 20 to 50 pips depending on what currency pair it is. But you can always guarantee that upon a break at an opening, or near an opening of a major market, that it's going to move some. That's stalled out for the time being. Let's move down here. See, it's stalled out. It's hitting the bottom of this wick here that this candle extension had made, and it's finding a little resistance in that area. Anyway, we're running out of time. Let me move this down here to the pound. This is the one that I like to move on. It broke below 64 and carried down to 50 pretty quickly. So anyway, guys, I'm running up to the 10-minute mark on the video. I'll get this posted, and we'll check back soon for more. We'll talk to you later.